found out that I missed my court hearing.
So you didn't turn yourself in?
No.
Go ahead, you can keep going, but
Your Honor, I would say prior to his failure to appear, you had 5 negative drug tests.
court calls case People versus Marco Bonacera.
Prosecuting attorney for people.
Assistant Public Defender Hannah Apple appearing on behalf of Mr. Bonacera. Please state your name for the record.
Marco Bonacera.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, we are asking that this matter be set for a preliminary examination.
And all discovery is complete.
Yes.
People have their witnesses available the 30th.
I don't know, Your Honor. One of the witnesses is elderly. He was here last time we were scheduled for exam, and then it adjourned to the PCC because we were going to work the case out with treatment court misdemeanor. And then the defendant failed to appear and it was set for a bench warrant put back on the PCC docket.
Got it.
I believe it was Judge Perry, the exam judge. So if it is
It
designated.
has to go back to Judge Perry. Got it. Preliminary examination will be set in person, May 7th, 2024, 9 a.m. before Judge Perry.
Your Honor, my client has requested that I address bond.
Briefly,
Thank you. Your Honor, Mr. Ganatra stated the facts correctly about his failure to appear at the last court date. He has been gainfully employed at the same location in Dundee.
why didn't he appear?
Your Honor, he was very truthful with me and just that he simply forgot. It was no intention of not complying.
How'd he come back into custody?
He pulled over.
No, I was walking and I sat down to take a break. Somebody thought I was hurt and they called the cops and he pulled up and checked to see if I was okay, checked my name, gave my name, found out that I missed my court hearing.
So you didn't turn yourself in?
No.
Go ahead, you can keep going, but
Your Honor, I would say prior to his failure to appear, you had 5 negative drug tests. You corrections timely. He does have 2 young children that he cares for full time, and he does live with Washington County.
I don't need a response on the people. Motion for bond reduction denied. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls the case of the People versus Mohammed Farah.
Your Honor, we have 2 files up today on the case ending in 0402. Mr. Farha would like to waive the preliminary examination.
In which one? 40402?
Yep.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
All right. And what are we doing on the other one?
The other one, we were going to adjourn for additional discovery and an investigator request.
All right, so on the case ending in 4090, I'll adjourn the probable cause conference without objection to May 9th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond will continue. That one.
Your Honor, I do also, Mr. Farha would like me to address bond in both cases.
All right, so I'll adjourn it to that date, and then on the other matter, sir, you're waiving your right to have a preliminary examination in the weapons charge.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand that a preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offense alleged was committed and that you committed it.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you'll not have that hearing and you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, Your Honor.
People also waive their right on that case.
Yes, we do.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over on that single count.
Your Honor, we do acknowledge receipt of the complaint. We would waive formal reading and stand mute to the charges.
Defendant never waived formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial will be set for
May 1st at 1:30 before Judge Conlon.
May 1st, 2024, 1:30, Judge Conlon. Yes, as to bond.
Your Honor, both of these cases are nonviolent crimes. He's never missed a hearing in the case ending in 0402. Right now, his car is impounded and he's getting charged daily for that. He does have valuables inside the car, including his computer. He does work full-time at Exotic Bird Shop, but in addition, does work at Domino's and at Splash and Dash in Ypsilanti. He is an outpatient treatment, having him inside custody, disrupting the treatment. He sees a doctor at the Ann Arbor Comprehensive Treatment Center twice a week and is prescribed medication through there. He is also inside a school program through Secretary of State, where he's getting his certificate to work on car brakes. It's a 9-month program started. He has 3 children, a 10-year-old, 11-year-old, and a 3-year-old, and he lives inside Ypsilanti. We'd just be asking for a personal bond in both matters.
Yeah, but the first matter, he was on bond when the second one occurred, right?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, I don't need a response. Motion for bond reduction is denied. Bond will continue. Court calls case People versus Jarrell Sewell.
Good morning, Andrew Meyer.
Real Sewell.
Your Honor, this is the time and date set for probable cause conference. Were both matters called? There were 2 cases.
I know.
Okay. For both matters, we are asking for it to set them for a preliminary exam.
Discovery is complete.
Yes, Your Honor.
People have their witnesses available the 30th. Preliminary examination in these matters will be set in person April 30th, 2024, 9 a.m. before Judge Fresh Hour in both cases.
Your Honor, may we be heard on bond in matter ending in 1518?
Sure.
Your Honor, I believe bond is currently denied in that matter. We are asking court to set a bond so that Mr. Sewell can post and be at liberty prior to his preliminary exam. He currently resides, or if he were to be released, he would be residing with his mother in Ypsilanti. He does have a job working on an assembly line in Saline. He has 2 children, a 9-year-old and a 14-year-old that he has regular contact with and supports. And he denies any issues with his mental health or substance abuse. All that being said, I think he understands he's not likely going to get a personal bond in this case. So I'm not asking for that. I'm just asking for a cash or surety bond at an amount that he could post.
Anything from the people?
So the arguing about is a CCW felon possession case. Is that I understand?
The one before that.
Possession of fentanyl case. Now, so the interesting thing about how the guidelines work on these cases, guidelines are actually higher on the possession of meth case than they are on the firearm case. Even though the firearm cases should be more troublesome. 10 to 23 without the habitual on that case that he's asking for the bond reduction.
Well,
He's got 4 prior felony convictions, so he'd be habitual on this case. And on the other case, the prior conviction, CCW, larceny of a firearm. About 1st degree.
but something, I'm just trying to recall, Ms. Wyland,
Yes.
do you recall what happened in this case? Because something must have come to us because I continued this bond, but then I denied it. Maybe it was in this one. Yeah, community corrections. Were you reporting over to community corrections?
Yes, I was supposed to, yes.
And you didn't?
My thing didn't get called out before.
He was
I'm
incarcerated.
sure it was a community corrections violation. Looking for is that something, and I'm looking for what did it, but something triggered my denial of his bond.
I'm gonna check my email.
Why don't we take him back? I'll address your issue of bond, but I'll take him back. I just want to make sure because something did not get put into the file.
Okay.
So
So we're passing here on.
I'll pass.
Thank you. Okay, he's going to look into it.
Court recalls case People versus Forbes Dabney.
Lauren Brown, public defender. Right, approaching the podium.
Special appearance.
No, sir. This, you're special, but. This.
It's not. What is it?
Regular.
No. You need. What do you call it? A special appearance with the attorney, all those guys. Can we do that?
Wait, first you want to get to the competency, which is what this.
I don't need the confidence. I need what I need. My car. That's why I'm not late.
Oh, right. So let me explain that to Judge, so he knows why you're late. And that way you will, get back to you. Well. Okay. So, yes.
I think you usually wear the 3 that I take
Yeah,
to the courtroom,
yeah.
just to make sure.
Oh, okay. Do you need the,
Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hughes, for remembering.
Can
Reminding
I
us.
put this
of-
away?
Yes, go ahead and put it in your pocket. You can, actually, if you want to put this, let's put this down here. So
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Your name?
So you hold on to that.
Yes,
So
sir.
you hold on to that.
Hey, how y'all doing? What,
You
what's
hold
this?
on.
Oh, I hold this? Okay, thank you.
All right, so you hear me okay?
I hear you fine now.
All right. Your Honor,
As a sheet metal worker, I had as a sheet metal, many years, and my hearing is gone, so.
okay. All right, so, Your Honor,
Yes.
this is Mr. Forbes Dabney.
Deb, my last name,
Right.
my family name is Dabney,
It is.
and my first name, they call me Forbes.
All right, and
Cool.
that's who this is.
That's what I,
So, Your Honor,
Like an
earlier
hour
this
ago.
case
Yes,
was
sir.
called,
Mhm.
and Mr. Dabney had car problems. He was broken down. It's, I guess it's the belt.
Yeah,
on
the
car
serpentine belt,
had broken
that's a
down.
generator.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
had problems.
it has the whole thing in there on an old
Oh,
car.
yeah.
Yep, it's
So
everywhere.
we would respectfully request that the court recall the bench warrant.
Yeah.
I recalled the bench warrant.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
You're welcome.
And now, this matter, as the court may recall, this is set for competency review here. They have not completed the evaluation at this time. So we were asking, or we were going to ask, that this matter be adjourned so that they could complete that evaluation and we could move forward in this case.
Thank you.
Do they?
You're my attorney or something?
I am. That's who
Okay.
I am.
All right.
I'm Lauren Brown.
You what?
Lauren Brown.
Darren Brown?
Lauren,
Lauren Brown. Glad to meet you.
glad to
Okay.
meat you.
What else do we need to do?
Well, you,
To talk to him?
no, hold on. You just sit tight. You're good.
Okay, thank you.
I'll set the competency hearing, then review hearing out to May 16th,
All right.
Okay, I'll need copies of that because
2024, 9 a.m. or as his invite indicates.
Thank you.
All right,
Yes.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Brian will continue. The warrant is recalled. All right, thank you.
I didn't hear the last part.
He said bond will continue. You're
Oh,
all set.
You're free to go,
Thank you, sir.
but you gotta leave our stuff with us.
Say again?
You gotta leave the stuff with us.
Stick with you?
No, give him, give him that.
Thank you. Court calls case People versus Aaron Bowers.
Mr. Bowers, can you unmute, please?
He's unmuted. Something wrong with his microphone.
Mr. Bowers, can you make sure you're connected to audio?
And he's gone. Okay,
Pass this, Your Honor. It's going to be a plea.
really? Yeah, I'll pass.
Thank you.
No, I'll sit there and wait. Court calls case People versus Michael Vigner. Vigor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Laura Willis.
Oh, he's not out yet.
They're coming.
Well, then why do I have a file?
Oh, yeah, they're-
What are you doing? Okay. I called it.
His Honorable Court, David Burgess, on behalf of Michael Vigor, standing to my right.
Sir, your name?
Michael Vijay.
My bad. I was being phonetic. Your Honor, today's the date time set for probable cause in this matter. I've spoken to the prosecutor. We are going to attempt to resolve this. We are asking for an adjournment of the probable cause conference to May the 2nd. That's okay with the court.
Couple weeks out.
Yes.
Any objection from the people? Probable cause conference, May 2nd. 2024, 9 a.m. bond continue.
One issue is to bond, Your Honor, discuss this with the prosecutor. My client's mother, who's she's a potential witness in the case, but not a complainant at all. There was a no contact issued at the arraignment in this case, based on, she did have the minor, there's a minor child that she did have custody of. She no longer does, Your Honor. The biological mother now has custody of the minor child. I did receive a letter, if the court wants to see it, from my client's mother indicating that she's not a complainant in the case. She does not have personal contact with Carter, the complainant in this case, Judge, and he does not reside at either of her residences. If the court wanted to see the letter, I'm not sure. I just was going to ask that no contact be lifted. So
With
client,
Heather.
not Heather. Heather's the biological mother, Your Honor. Lisa Gott Gotti, Gotte, for the record, Your Honor.
I don't. That's the one you want lifted,
Correct, Judge.
and I don't have that as a no contact.
Okay, well, initially, there was some concern, there was, that she was listed as a no contact. If she's not, Your Honor, then it's not. If
The
some-
only no contact I have is 11-year-old child and Heather Lindermuth. That's all I have.
I just,
Exactly as it should be. So,
okay, yeah, that's fine. If that's all the order indicates, Your Honor, that's fine with.
All right, and we'll continue. Okay, thank you.
I did just want to,
Oh,
I don't know if that has been ordered, so I don't know. if
what had been ordered?
That's not on your report.
That is not on the form that I have.
Yeah, Your Honor, I was gonna leave it in the court's discretion if that had been, in order. I will say that it had been requested because the grandmother showed up to the scene and tried to remove the child.
Got it.
So the child could speak to police or.
Okay. Yeah, it's not on here.
Your Honor, may I just request that if
Really?
not a no contact, but that he be ordered not to discuss the case with that individual, given that she may be a witness.
I will advise my client not to commit the separate crime of obstruction of justice, Your Honor. That's not a problem.
Okay, very good. I'll leave it there. I trust Mr. Burgess will do that.
Thank you very much.
Decide not. All right. Court calls case People versus Lee Parker.
Commissioner, Senior Assistant Prosecutor, Attorney for the People.
And good afternoon again, Your Honor. Andrew Meyer, or on behalf of Lee Parker. Mr. Parker, could you approach the podium and state your name?
Lee Parker.
Thank you.
I have before me a plea form. Is that what we're doing?
That's right, Your Honor.
All right. Plea form indicates that the defendant would be pleading to an added count 2 of use of cocaine, the 1-year offense. On a successful plea to that charge, count 1 would be dismissed. There is also an agreement that the defendant will enter and participate in the 34th District Court Treatment Program.
That's right, Your Honor. And I think there's also an MOU there that require the court's execution after the plea is accepted.
Yes. Everybody signed off. All right.
I didn't stamp it, just I didn't know that I can see it after.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. May I have him sworn?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
State your name.
Lee Parker.
All right. Sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to plead guilty to the charge of use of cocaine. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration and or a $2,000 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Understanding that, you still wish to plead guilty? I also should advise you that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would actually be sentenced before Judge Bauer in the 1482 District Court. You understand that? All right. Still wish to plead guilty? And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind. All right. You had signed an advice of rights form, did you?
Yeah.
Any question about those rights?
No, sir.
Please look at paragraph 5 in that form. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything?
No.
Other than what's been stated here today to get you to plead?
No.
Nothing? Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Of your own free will? And because you believe that you're guilty of this offense?
Yes.
On the date of September 30th, 2022, at the location of North Prospect near Clark Road, Superior Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, did you have cocaine in your possession?
Yes, sir.
Had you used it? And did you know what you were using was cocaine?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, have I complied with the quote?
People are satisfied.
The defense is satisfied, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed pursuant to the plea agreement. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 1482 probation. Sentencing in this matter will be June 4th, 2024, 10 a.m. Judge Bar. Court calls the case People versus Travis Springborn.
Andrew Childers appearing on behalf of people.
Assistant Public Defender Hannah Apple appearing on behalf of Mr. Springborn. Mr. Springborn, will you state your name for the record?
Travis Springborn.
Is there a court have a, sorry, does the court have an order in its file?
I do.
Okay, so I think there was a miscommunication when this was last Mr. Springborn has paid full restitution in the form of a bond that is being held by the court. And there was supposed to be an order set when you were last up, allowing us to release that bond in the form of restitution to the victims of this case. Once that's been confirmed by my office, I'll be filing a nollie process the case. We were hoping that we didn't have to come back on today's date, so the last time it didn't happen, orders before the court now.
Okay, to release the funds, this is the one that was,
This is the one we talked about yesterday. The funds are physically here as of this morning.
okay. We had, because I think he paid it at 14.2.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize.
And the part of the problem is they had to be, although we're one court, the funds had to get here.
Okay.
Oh, he told me to. Yeah, no, it's fine that you did.
Okay.
What you did was not the problem.
Okay.
Okay, at all.
Okay.
That was all on
A
us.
lot of necessities is water, which happens to not be here.
Oh,
today. So,
Yeah, probably so. All right, anyway.
Blamed it on him.
But we got it all straight, I think. So it's here. I'll sign this order. And then I'm just gonna put it out for control date. You guys can file the nollie process.
once our advocates are able to confirm, and I know that a call had been made yesterday, once we're able to confirm that, it'll just be paperwork on our.
All right, so I'll just put it May 9th, 2024, 9 a.m. And then that way, once we get the paperwork, he may not even have to.
All right, and I will follow up next week to make sure.
All right, very good. Thank you, sir. For calls case People versus William Rittenhouse.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Amy Riser, appearing on behalf of the people.
It's like the Joe Simon hour.
It's almost over.
Go ahead.
For the, okay, Your Honor, Joe Simon for the record on behalf of Mr. Rittenhouse. I thought we were going to be doing one thing, but Ms. Reiser just told me one other thing, so.
We can set it for exam. Just go from
Yeah, all right, Your Honor, sorry.
No, had nothing to do, but wait, go ahead.
We are asking the court to set this for an in-person preliminary exam. However, you're going to ask if discovery is complete, and that's what Ms. Reiser was just telling me, that there's some discovery she's going to be getting to me, and I don't think that'll influence things. We're asking for the exam date. I think it was a long way of saying we're asking for a preliminary exam.
The discovery is not complete.
Correct. There will be some medical records that their officer in charge is obtaining, and I don't have it.
And I asked the nature of that, and I don't think that should hold us up. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. May counsel approach, Your Honor?
I think if a little bit further, like maybe 14th or maybe 21st.
That, the 14th should. That'd be fine. That'd be great.
That's
Yes, that does work for my schedule.
Are they done? I wasn't hearing any of that. I don't know what do you want me to do?
May 14 preliminary exam, Your
And now he's picking his own date.
Honor. Oh, I see. Ms. Reiser suggested that. I knew I would get the money for that. I just knew it.
solutions oriented.
Seriously? That is what I've always thought of, Amy Reiser, solution oriented. It's always the first thing that came to mind. Preliminary examination in person. Guess I'll give him the 14th, May 14th, 2024, 9 a.m. before Judge Washington.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bond will continue, finally.
Get rid of me.
Oh, I'm sad. Take care.
Detective Luke.
Raise your right hand. How you doing? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the information contained in the search warrant and affidavit is true, the best of knowledge, information, belief?
Yes.
We can keep moving if we get compliments. Our cause case, People versus Titus Bell.
Ellen Michaels on behalf of Titus Bell. Good morning.
Good morning. All right.
Today's time set for probable cause conference. We're asking to set this for exam.
All discovery complete?
I believe so. I've received video and paper discovery.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And people would have their witnesses available April 30th.
We will do our best, Your Honor.
I'm checking my calendar. I'm sorry. That works, Your Honor. What time?
Because that's the date you have. Probable preliminary examination, April 30th, 2024, 9 a.m. That will be before Judge. Fresh hour.
Thank you, Judge. Can we address the location of his tether residence?
Pardon?
I'd like to address, my client is on a tether and he lives in Toledo, Ohio. Is it possible to change his tether location to his residence in Toledo?
Any objection from the people?
Judge, no, I didn't know he was in Ohio.
I didn't know he was in Ohio either.
Well, he hasn't been. He would like to go back home where he really lives.
Oh, he wants to go back home.
Yes, he's been staying with a relative, but he actually resides in Toledo and would like to be able to go home.
Wants to go to Ohio.
Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah, I know. Which is really part of Michigan, but they took it. We got
Correct.
the UP. Is there any objection? Is there any objection from the people?
I just want to make sure they're going to be able to monitor it while he's in Ohio. I'm with them.
Well, they should be able to. That shouldn't be, it's a GPS, right?
Correct.
So last I knew, they had GPS in Ohio. Pardon? I'm sorry?
I have no objections.
All right. What I will indicate then is that defendant may return to Ohio to reside.
Thank you very much.
He still must appear for all court procedures.
Yes, Your Honor, I'll make sure he appears.
Court calls case People versus Larry Chamberlain.
Coming up here, Andrew Meyer on behalf of Larry Chamberlain. Once you get here, sir, could you state your name for the record?
Chamberlain.
Thank you, Mr. Chamberlain. Your Honor, this is the time and date set for a probable cause conference. We are asking for an adjournment. Mr. Chamberlain was due to meet with one of our investigators, but ended up hospitalized. So that meeting didn't occur. I'd ask for a month so that we can make sure it happens.
Any objection from the people? Probable cause conference will be adjourned to May 16th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court calls case of the People versus DeAndre Brandon.
Good morning, again, Your Honor. Andrew Meyer on behalf of DeAndre Brandon. Mr. Brandon, could you state your name for the record?
DeAndre Brandon.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor, this is the time and date set for a probable cause conference. Brandon wishes to waive his right to a preliminary exam.
Is that correct, sir? Pardon? You understand the preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offenses alleged were committed, or the offense alleged was committed and that you committed it. Yes? And you understand you will not have that hearing and you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution. People also waive their right.
That's right.
Preliminary examination, having been waived, defendants bound over in a single count.
Your Honor, we acknowledge receipt of the information in this matter, waive its reading, and would ask that Mr. Brandon be permitted to stand mute to the offense.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial will be set for
Second at 1:30 before Judge Slate Thursday.
May 2nd, 2024, 1:30, Slate Thursday. Bond continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls case of the People versus Jacqueline Cooper.
On behalf of Jacqueline Cooper, whom I don't believe is here, Your Honor, I have left several voicemail messages, have called the phone number and left an email, and I have not heard back at all, unfortunately.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond 10,000 cash surety. That warrant will issue immediately.
Thank you.
Thank you. Court calls case People versus Terry Brewer.
That's the Blanche Perry.
You're not up yet. Hold on. I'm sorry. Now they are. Terry Brewer.
Bridget Coons on behalf of Mr. Brewer.
That's the Blanche Perry.
State your name for the record.
Terry Brewer. Thank you.
Your Honor, we'd like to set this one for a preliminary exam.
Discovery is complete.
Yes.
People have their witnesses April 30th.
Yes, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination will be set in person April 30th, 2024, 9 a.m. before judge. Fresh hour. Oh, yeah, bond continued. All right, thank you. Court does call the case, People versus Cortez Davis.
Andrew Trillers appearing on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Hannah Apple appearing on behalf of Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis, will you please state your name for the record?
Cortez Davis.
Your Honor, if we could have a 2 to 3 week adjournment.
Probable cause conference without objection, May 9th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you.
Court calls case, People versus Sean Costello.
Assistant Public Defender Jay Bellinger on behalf of Mr. Costello, who stands to my right. Mr. Costello, will you please state your name for the record?
Sean Costello.
Your Honor, we were just looking for an exam date today.
Discovery complete.
Yes, Your Honor.
People have their witnesses available April 30th.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination in person, April 30th, 2024, 9 a.m. before Judge Fresh Hour. Bond continued. Thank you. Case, People versus Alexander Filippini. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sam Bernstein with and on behalf of Mr. Philippi,
Alexander Philippi.
asking for an adjournment, Your Honor. 3 or 4 weeks, please.
Any objection from the people? Probable cause conference, May 9th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Your Honor, have a great day to yourself.
Thank you. Case of the People versus David Davis.
Image Canatra, Senior Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for the people.
What's your change? So why I gotta do all that? Stop. Why you? I'm just asking.
Well, if you don't want to do it, then.
Chief Public Defender opinion with it.
Sir, you have to do it because I ordered it. If you have a question, you can direct it to me, but I don't think you want to do that today.
I've never heard of.
Understood? Well, you have now.
So, Your Honor, Mr. Davis had intended to retain private counsel. Despite his best efforts, he was unable to do that. So he's asking that this matter be set for a probable cause conference so that we can reestablish a relationship with Mr. Davis.
May 9th, 2024, 9 a.m. without objection. I'll adjourn it to that date. I'm sure between now and then, Mr. Brown, apprise your client as to what is appropriate decorum in this courtroom.
I absolutely will, Your Honor. He will have no misunderstanding about how he's.
Understood. Probably not a good thing to argue with Alan anyway. All right, thank you. Bond continued. Cause case, People versus Donald Whitsett.
Image Canatra, Senior Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for the people.
Morning, Your Honor. Edward Jules on behalf of Donald. We were here about 4 weeks ago. There was another matter that we were looking to get caught up with this. That was in their office. It has not been authorized yet or has been charged. And pushing to get that accomplished to work a global resolution with that before a 2-week adjournment.
But I can fill up the record here. I've been in communication with APA McDonald. She's the one reviewing the warrant request. She's also familiar with the defendant because he's had other cases with Washington. That's the court that APA McDuffie is assigned to, as you know.
Yes.
So I'm hoping that with that warrant review, we can encompass that into this resolution. Possibly we don't charge that case, and he agrees to pay restitution, and we can do a plea the next time we're in court.
All right.
So it's more than just reviewing the case. So we've been discussing it. Thank you.
Are these the only matters holding, Mr. Whitsett, or?
These are, Your Honor.
This is it. Okay, you think you can get everything done by the second? I mean, at least to the point where we can do something with this, or?
Yes.
Okay. May 2nd, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continue. Thank you. Courthouse case, People versus Michael DeBella.
Yeah, I can just give.
Image Canatra, Senior Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for the people.
Public Defender on behalf of Mr. DeBella, who stands to my right. Mr. DeBella, can you please state your name for the record?
Michael DeBella.
And Your Honor, we did just submit a mitigation package over the prosecution, who advised that they need time to review. So I would just defer to them on how much time that might.
Probable cause conference, May 9th.
Okay. Thank you.
2024, 9 a.m. Bond continue.
Thank you.
Courthouse case of the People versus Lorenza F.
Andrew Childers appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Andrew Meyer on behalf of Lorenza Epps. If you state your name for the record.
Renzo.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mr.
sir.
Your Honor, this is the date and time for a probable cause conference. At this time, we're asking the court to set this for the next available preliminary exam.
Discovery is complete.
Yes, Your Honor.
People have their witnesses available the 30th. Preliminary examination in this matter in person, April 30th, 2024, 9 a.m. before Judge Barr. Bond will continue. Court calls case People versus Jamie Sloan.
Rochelle Feaster, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Jamie Sloan. Mr. Sloan, please state your name for the record.
Jamie Sloan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I had a good conversation with Mr. Sloan yesterday. We received an offer after our conversation. If we could adjourn this for a week or two, I think it's an offer that will resolve the file and make Mr. Sloan very happy.
May 2nd, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continue.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Your face, so happy and so close. I think it was ever since that one guy who told Alan, I'm not doing that.
This gentleman is refusing. Do you want to call him before they? Nope, just kidding.
Court calls case of People versus Ronald Sims.
Public Defender Jay Bellinger on behalf of Mr. Sims, who stands to my right. Mr. Sims, please state your name for the record. Ronald Sims.
It's a preliminary examination waiver.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sims, you understand you're waiving your right to a preliminary examination?
I do.
You understand that's a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offenses alleged were committed and that you committed them. You understand you won't have that hearing. You'll proceed to circuit court to resolve the matter.
Yes, Your Honor.
People also waive their right.
That's right.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on both counts. Mr. Bellinger.
The people, I'm sorry, we acknowledge receipt of information, Your Honor. We waive a formal reading and it's in mute.
Defendant never waived formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter not guilty. Please. Pre-trial will be set for April 30th, 2024, 1:30.
That's when your other cases are okay.
All right, thank you.
Bond continued. Thank you. He's refusing to be seen. Court calls the case People versus Anderson Keller.
Anderson Keller.
No, he's not coming.
Oh.
He decided he didn't want to come see us.
I'm sorry.
So there's not a whole lot we can do.
No, Your Honor, I did submit a competency evaluation order.
Yeah, I think he needs to be present when we do that.
Okay.
Regardless, so I'll adjourn this out. See if we can get him up here at a later time. I'll adjourn it out to May 9th. Maybe at that point, you'll be able to talk to him, convince him.
Okay.
2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued. Court calls case People versus Ronald Tucson.
And Matthew Mansour, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Tucson, who appears to my right. Mr. Tucson, can you state your name for the record, please?
Ronald Tucson.
Your Honor, I'm just going to ask for a 1-week adjournment. Discovery is complete. I just need one more week to go over the reports with him and
Probable cause conference. It's up 25th. April 25th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued. Court does call the case People versus Andre Williams.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Andrew Meyer on behalf of Andre Williams. It sounds like the court knows what the issue here is already, which is Mr. Williams is no longer in the Macomb County Jail. He's
Right, he's at
reception.
NDOC and we've got to try to figure out where. I'll adjourn probable cause conference in this matter, May 9th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Case People versus Herbert Rhodes.
Prosecuting attorney Morgan Baroque on behalf of People.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Andrew Meyer and Herbert Rhodes appearing on Zoom. Mr. Rhodes, could you unmute and state your name for the record?
Mr. Rhodes, can you hear us? Oh, there he is.
Can you say your
Mr.
name, sir?
Rhodes? Sorry. He just unmuted. He needs to turn his audio up because he can't hear us.
Okay. Well,
did you message?
Herbert Dale Rhodes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Rhodes. Can you hear me, Mr. Rhodes?
No, I can't hear anything.
He's in Ohio, so there might be a delay. The internet's a little slow there. Anyway, Your Honor.
Okay. Go ahead, bud.
Your Honor, this is the time and date set for a probable cause conference. Fortunately for Mr. Rhodes, he is actually in a great treatment facility in Ohio.
I'll get one of the facility people here. They were in here earlier. They couldn't do anything either. But let me see if they can do something again. One,
Okay, well, let me pass it. No, he's not there. All right, I'll pass it, which I seem to be doing a lot with you, Mr. Mayor.
Well,
I'm not keeping track. Court calls case people versus Kerry Wynn.
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for the People.
And acting next door Assistant Public Defender with and on behalf, well, with Mr. Nguyen, who appears via Zoom. Carrie, can you state your name for the record, please?
Yes, Kerry Wynn.
Thank you. Your Honor, I was just going to ask for a 2 to 3 week adjournment on this. I believe there's potential new charges coming up, so that's all we need.
May 9th, 2024, 9 a.m. bond continued.
Thank you.